Recording.
Okay, I'm recording because I'm kind of getting sick of this. Okay, I gotta leave everybody. So, hi folks, long time no speak. I'm giving this a test. I hope it works out. This speed bump's too tall for the motorcycle. It scratches. Even if I go really, really slow, it's still whatever the height of the Can-Am Spyder is. So, people that used to follow me, I got a new motorcycle. The old one I still have, but it's got a problem with the wiring harness, and it's a 2006 Yamaha Roadliner, and we can't find a 2006 wiring harness. We can find the 2007 wiring harness, but nowhere around in my mechanic, in all his searching, find a 2006 wiring harness. So you know of anybody who has one, have them contact me. I'd be happy to buy it from them. But I bought a 2024 Can-Am Spyder in black. Don't know if you can tell it, but I will show you eventually. But my problem is a little frustration. Um, I have CarPlay, and it gives me grief on connecting it. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it doesn't. So it's a Bluetooth issue. So I've had it for going on 2 weeks, just 11, 13 days. But if you look at if my camera is facing properly, it says connect device. I'm using the headset. I'm connecting. It says not connected. I tell it to connect. It tries to connect and it doesn't connect. I've already reset it twice, and sometimes it connects. It won't work if this cord isn't plugged into the phone and isn't a headset, because the headset has to be able to give vocal Siri type of commands. So without the headset connected, it won't connect. See, it says trying to connect, not connect. It gave me a Bluetooth error message, so there might be a problem with that. But CarPlay, it's supposed to give me a visual map, and as well as the other apps that are on the CarPlay, and it only sometimes works. This morning I managed to get it working and was able to see the map that was being used. I used Waze that time, but I can use Google Maps, I can use Apple Maps, and it shows up on that big screen. Well, again, it's disconnected and won't connect. But my music was just playing through the system and then through my headset. But as soon as I plugged in the cord, it shut me down and put my music from the phone into the speakers. So if anybody's had that problem and want to help me resolve it, I'm happy to take some advice. Um, the phone's been connected. It's sometimes the Bluetooth, it says it's connected. Sometimes it says it's not. But even when it says it's not, it's playing music from my phone, so it is. But it says it's not connected. Let's see. While I'm at a stoplight, go back to connect devices. It says not connected. I click that. I click connect. It says not connected. It says trying to connect. And because now the light turned green, I have to stop that. But, oh, now it says iPhone connected. And this is connected. And therefore, if I can go the next step and get my headset connected, it'll work. But I constantly having issues with it. It's either not intuitive, or I'm doing something wrong, or there's a software issue. But my Cena Bluetooth headset, let's see if I can try again, is not connected. See, the phone says not connected either, but eventually it'll connect. It's frustrating because I'm fighting with this. I just want to get my drive, turn-by-turn drive on my big display, and it also won't let me answer phones when it's not 100% connected. So I've been having that problem. So anybody, I'm just rambling. It's been a long day, but anybody happens to know, have an issue with it, and figured out how to resolve it, let me know. I'll call the dealer eventually, but he's an hour to an hour and a half away, so it becomes more of an issue. Here comes the fire truck. Everybody pulled over. So that's my issue. Aside from that, let's veer off into topic number 2. So I owned a Yamaha Roadliner, which is a heavier 1800cc motorcycle with the front fairs and the side saddles and the rear trunk, although they were added after the fact. The Stratoliner really is the one that has that, but the prior owner added it all to make it into a Stratoliner, but it's a Roadliner. It's old. It has that issue. It was stalling occasionally, so I decided to upgrade while I still had the money available. So I bought a brand new Can-Am Spyder 3-wheel trike. It's quite wonderful. It's quite beautiful. I'll try and add a video or images of it later when I'm doing some editing. I'll tell you, for the first, obviously the first day it's awkward because it steers differently than a motorcycle. The second day it gets a bit less, and then, but right now after 10 days I'm very comfortable with it. My turning is comfortable and smooth. The problem is when you take a turn, you want to, say you turn right, your body wants to be pushed off to the left. So you have to not counter steer, but push against your left palm when you're trying to turn right, and your right palm when you're trying to turn left, making sure you're not actually spinning the accelerator throttle. But it took me a short time, probably within the first 3 or 4 days, I got very comfortable. So anybody who thinks it's going to be awkward, I got used to it very quickly. So you'll get used to it. I have 1,238 kilometers, so I put on over 1,000 kilometers. I'm not sure how much that is in miles. But it's a real nice unit. It has heated grips, heated seat. This is adjustable front windshield. It moves up and down. The one day I had it down and didn't realize, or wasn't thinking about it. I was wondering, why is my helmet so loud? It's because the wind was blowing through my modular full face helmet and through the cracks. But as soon as I lifted it up, the noise went away. So it definitely does block the wind. I have the face shield up now because it's nice and warm. This morning, it's very cold in the mornings now. I'm from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. I don't know, maybe I'll do a vlog event occasionally. I used to. I had another channel. It had over the years, I probably had 100 videos, 300 to 400 followers. My topics were like religion, atheism, conspiracies, the Las Vegas shooting, just whatever I felt like talking about. Maybe I'll get back into it again now that I have the headset, although it's now the middle of October, almost. So it's going to start getting cold, so I don't think I have much time left on this motorcycle before it gets too cold to ride, and I'll have to store it. But I ordered a whole bunch of accessories, so over the winter I will install them. USB plug for the front, for the dash, so I can plug in another something if I need to charge it. Some various things. I got a cup holder, but I got it in a way that I can hopefully take it off and on, although when I'm looking at the handlebars, that might be a wasted money because I don't know if that version will work on mine. But I ordered a couple things that I don't need a cup holder very often. That's why I say I wouldn't leave it on there unless it's at the peak of summer. Ordered better side signals, because the orange sides don't light up, only the very front white one. So I ordered side signals so that when people are beside me, they know I'm signaling. A rear trunk organizer, luggage rack, a front little bumper. Ordered a bunch of things. A whole bunch of them are coming today. Some are coming next week. And then over the winter, I'll install things. Ordered a new helmet because my helmet is getting old, so I think it was time. It's back ordered. It won't arrive for a month, which I didn't notice, but that's not their fault. I mean, it kind of is because when I went back to the website and I clicked on my size, it was very small and very unnoticeable that they were saying it was back ordered. But I don't care. It's only going to be 3 weeks before it arrives, and it's arriving from the Netherlands. Let me see if I can remember the name of it. An LS2 Avant X Carbon, something like that. It's a full face modular, but the chin strap flips all the way up behind your head, and the dark carbon was really attractive. So it's a high quality. I mean, I'm wearing a Bell modular now, and I don't mind it, but it's scratched. I have a couple deep enough scratches that I think it's time to retire it for fear of it breaking if I ever got in an impact. This is my normal drive home from work. I work in Milton, Ontario. It's about an hour from Hamilton, so I will take the country roads home every day. I try and avoid the highways. It gets really, really packed on rush hours, so why even bother? But in terms of the unit, I'm really happy with it. I drove it in the rain, and it was very comfortable. So anybody who kind of isn't feeling as great on a two-wheeler in the rain, I've been in the rain on the old bike, but I actually felt quite a lot more comfortable, even though I'd only owned the thing for 3 days. I'm more comfortable on this three-wheeled trike than I did on my two-wheeler that I owned and rode for 10 years. So it drives really easy. I've added a couple extra things. What else did I add? I'm going to change the handlebars because I'm only 5'7", 5'8". I like the handlebars, but I do get a sore back. So I think I'm going to get the short reach, and that'll put me back where I'm actually using my backrest a lot more. So it'll probably give me 2 inches back farther. Because right now, when I lean forward, it's fine. But so after a couple months or a month of that, I may decide I hated that one, but it's easy enough to swap it back. It'll probably take an hour. So I've ordered an extended reach. It won't come this season anyway. So I'll install it in the spring and test ride it and see if I like it. If not, it was only $180. I keep getting a beep every so often. I'm not sure what it is. So as far as I know, this thing is recording. It's not the first time I did a big long vlog and found out it wasn't recording, which can piss you off. But yeah, I have music. I can put the radio. It's off now. It's on. Oh, hang on a second. Let me get the radio on. Radio on. And I can turn up the volume pretty much. But I don't want the radio on. I don't want YouTube giving me a hit on copyright. But it has a radio. It has statistics. It has trip information. But on the other side, let me see if I can switch. It won't let me switch it right now. I can switch to normal and eco mode. And like everybody else, I didn't find eco mode to be useful except the first week. The first week, it tells you when it thinks you should be switching gears. So as I was getting a feel for gears, I watched that for the first week, and then I took it off, and I'm never going to use it again. It doesn't seem to save anybody fuel mileage. And it didn't seem to do anything, so I have that off now. Like I said, it has heated grips, heated seats. I can turn those with the buttons between my legs that are in front of behind my key, or I could do it from the display. It has CarPlay, but like I say, I'm having issues, so hopefully I resolve the issues without having to take it to the dealer. Maybe I can do an update or a refresh over Wi-Fi to get it to exactly what the dealer would have done. It's nice still outside, so I could drive to the dealer, but I have limited time right now. Working Monday to Friday, an hour from work, and then it's 2.5 hours from my workplace to go there, and they're never there when I'm off work. and my Saturdays are kind of filled up for the next couple of weeks. But aside from that, I'm rambling. A couple things I don't like. It would tell you when you have low fuel, and then it would tell you how much kilometers you have left before empty, and then at some point that just disappears. So it doesn't count down to zero. Like it would say 67 kilometers to empty. And that's an hour drive from. I can get all the way from Milton to Hamilton, which is an hour drive, 45 kilometers, and still not run out. But eventually the numbers disappear and they just get the lines. It's like, why bother having a gauge that tells you when you're going to be empty if it stops working after like 15 kilometers? But I drove it to about 350 kilometers, and I still didn't run out of gas. So I'll keep track of it. I may push it a little harder, but I'll carry a miniature gas can in case it fizzles out on me in the middle of nowhere. But gas mileage is 7 liters per 100 kilometers, sometimes 6.5. And as other people were telling me, I eventually got 350 and still didn't run out of gas. So 350 kilometers. I don't know what to say. Another irritation, but I know why it's there. There's a fan underneath the engine to blow air when the engine gets too hot. It's quite loud. So when you're sitting at an intersection, the fan's on, it's quite loud. But I understand the reason for it. Got to keep that engine cooler. But so there is one, and it just turns on only when the engine's at a peak warmth or higher. So I stop at a stoplight, and it tends to turn on then because the wind's no longer blowing against it. But aside from that, I understand why they installed it, so that's fine. If anybody has any questions, I'm okay with that. I check my emails and my YouTube almost daily. But aside from that, I think I'm starting to ramble and concentrate a sec to make sure I take these sharp turns properly. And busy traffic up ahead, but this section has a lot of traffic circles, so it usually goes through pretty quick. I am going to end it for the day. Hopefully this sounds not like too much rambling. It's been a long time since I've done this, so maybe I can find my old videos from my old channel, but and post them as archived, so everybody knows that these are older videos. But as I got older, the frustration of YouTube getting blocked. I was blocked because somebody fucked with my channel. I tried to prove to YouTube that it was somebody maliciously attacking my channel, and it was probably just a computer. They didn't respond to my emails numerous times. They just said, nope, you're not getting your channel back. And it's like I could prove that at 5 a.m. somebody hacked my channel, and I could prove, well, they could see that with 100 videos, none of them were inappropriate. So suddenly, but they didn't give me the benefit of the doubt, and so I lost my channel and all the people that followed me, all the conversations I had previously had. So maybe I'll start back up. Maybe it's just not worth the effort. I don't know. But aside from that, I am done. Got about 45 minutes left for the drive. I got to go pick up those components tonight at the UPS drop-off zone. I got FedEx, managed to deliver my stuff. And there's where a piss-off is. FedEx delivered 2 packages, and I have no customs fees, no brokerage fees, no extra taxes. They delivered 2 packages from Sling Mods. But they sent 2 other packages via UPS, and I got hit with like $500 in extra taxes. Brokerage fee was $100. Brokerage charge separate was another $65. My taxes, which I guess I expect every so often, government's going to get their hand involved, and then a couple other things. So I paid close to 500 Canadian extra for all these items. It's like, oh my God. I can't blame Sling Mods, but I can also wish if they're listening to me not to use UPS, because I always get dinged. UPS is always doing that with brokerage fees and everything. Whereas FedEx comes across, USPS comes across, never get any fees. But I got hit with I got $500 in fees for all the things. I ordered about $1,800 worth of stuff, but still, that's a big chunk of money for 1,800 plus, plus another five and all those extra fees. And it's only because they went through UPS, because UPS is, I've always gotten a fee from UPS, which is a piss off. But yeah, $500 for brokerage, for other fees, for taxes, for these. Like, they listed the fees, and I had to pay three different times for three different things. So it might even be more than 500. But yeah, so Canadians who order from Sling Mods, I don't blame them, but I wish they would have. I'd be happy to it to arrive a week later and have gone through USPS, because $500, because UPS does that every time. Every time. But aside from that, there's my second rant. Third thing I just noticed, I honked the horn. These things are really close to each other. I've honked that horn about 5 times since getting this thing 2 weeks ago. You put your finger. If they're all so close together that it's really hard for me to distinguish pushing in the signal button to disable the signal and pushing the horn, which is only a quarter inch lower, and another button a quarter inch higher. But yeah, I've honked that horn about 5 times, maybe more. So that's it. Tangent done. So, okay, anybody who wants to talk to me, hey, send me a message. Ask me questions. I'm a rambler, and maybe I'll get better. Aside from that, I'm signing off now and enjoying the rest of my ride.